Meet Jebediah Hamilton, also known as Jeb. Jeb is a self-medicating schizophrenic who has an issue with trespassing, pretending he is homeless, and soliciting his services for beer, although we aren't quite sure what those services entitle. During this video presentation, you will be given a broader understanding what it means to be a schizophrenic. Schizophrenia is a serious mental disorder in which people interpret reality abnormally. Schizophrenia may result in some combination of hallucinations, delusions, and extremely disordered thinking and behavior that impairs daily functioning and can be disabling.
I'm going to be interviewing you today.
I'm Nicole.
Can I get your name?
My name is Jebediah Hamilton.
Anything else I can call you to make you more comfortable today?
My friends call me Jeb.
Okay, Jeb. How old are you?
I believe I'm 22.
You believe you're 22? You don't know for sure how old you are?
That's what they tell me.
Okay. Who tells you this?
The voices.
You're hearing voices.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
More in the morning.
In the morning. And what are they saying to you in the morning?
Well, I'm not sure, but most of the time they start in the morning and go into the afternoon. But telling me right now, they're asking me something what I really want to know, and what the voices are telling me, is how you got that 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack.
Okay. So you're here today because you're hearing voices.
You don't hear them either?
I don't hear anything, just me and you talking.
They're telling me another thing.
Okay. Can I ask you something before you tell me what they're telling you? Are they outside or are they in your head? Can you differentiate between the two?
I tell you, old Velma jeans done got so big, if she was gonna haul ass, it'd take 2 trips.
In my head.
And what are they telling you right now?
That there's another nurse here. Did you see the butt on her too?
There's just me and you in the room right
She's
now.
right there. Looks like her ass is hit with a sack of nickels. There's so much cellulite in it.
Okay. So you said there's another nurse in the room. Can you tell me what she looks like?
Pants were so tight she could fart and blow her boots off.
I can. Short, blonde hair. Looks like a bitch. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
Okay. So, you said you've never been diagnosed with schizophrenia,
Nope.
but they think that you have it. Is there anyone else in your family that does have schizophrenia or any other kind of mental illness?
I don't have a family no more.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened to them?
They said I was crazy and they disowned me. I don't believe them. Beer fixes everything. They'll be back.
So you use alcohol to cope with losing your family because of the situation that we're in right now.
He's as confused as a goat on AstroTurf.
Yes.
Let's circle back for a minute. What were you doing before you got here today? Like, walk me through your morning.
I wake up, orientate myself to where I am, grab my money-making sign, and pray that I can actually have another beer.
So you're homeless.
Yes.
What kind of work do you do to get beer? Or do people just normally give you money?
Work? No.
Come on, buddy, I'll knock you in the next week and whoop your ass for leaving.
I offer my services, but nobody wants to pay.
What kind of services do you offer?
Nicole, I don't think you want me to go in detail.
Okay, you don't have to tell me, that's okay. So if someone gives you money holding your sign, is beer the only thing that you buy, or do you buy drugs, alcohol, any other kind of alcohol?
Hell, son, come on. You slow as Christmas on crutches.
I heard them White Claws are pretty good. They're for sissies.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and talk to our doctor. I want you to wait here and I'll be back, okay?
I have one question.
Okay.
They're telling me right now that, would you please stand up and walk slowly out as you dismiss, as we conclude. I love sugar, and so do the voices I hear.
Okay. That's a bit inappropriate, but I'll be back, okay?
If you say so.
Okay, Jeb, there's one more thing I wanna ask you before I go. Is there someone that I could call and tell them what's going on with you right now?
Yeah, I don't know his number.
Okay, do you have a name? J-E-S-U-S.
Hey, Mr. Hamilton. I'm Dr. Slutsky. How are you doing today?
I reckon I'm all right.
What brings you into my office today?
I don't know. I just spoke to some nurse named Nicole.
Okay.
Matter of fact, asked me some strange questions about being weird and hearing things. I reckon we should interview together. She seems like she needs Jesus too.
Okay. Now, Mr. Hamilton, Nicole tells me that you've been hearing voices.
These overalls about as tight as a wet boot.
I hear them maybe every now and then. Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many voices do you hear when they speak?
Right now I hear one.
Okay. Have you had any strange or odd experiences lately that you cannot explain?
Hell, does Stevie Wonder piss on his shoes?
Call it deja vu, but I had this vision that I flipped a table once and made people cry.
Okay, and this was just a vision? Has this actually occurred?
Man, people's feelings get hurt all the time. Didn't think flipping the table would be any different. I reckon it's true.
Do you ever hear things that other people cannot hear? Like noises or voices of other people whispering or talking?
Hell, does 50 pounds of flour make a big biscuit?
No.
No. Okay. Do you ever have visions or see things that other people cannot see?
I've had visions in the past, and my one today was a vision of world peace.
Well, that's a good vision to have. Do you ever feel that people are bothering you or trying to harm you or hurt you in any way?
You'd rather play checkers on the leopard's ass than mess with me.
I had another vision. A vision of fair and honest politicians. Ever heard of such a thing?
Has it ever seemed like people are talking about you or taking special notice of you?
Today. I overheard you, Dr. Slutsky, and Nicole talking about me. Something about medications, and you think I'm crazy. I'm gonna rephrase myself what I told her. She might not have listened, but long-necked ice cold beer never broke my heart. Matter of fact, do you have one?
No, sir, I do not have one. We are in a medical
I'm thirsty.
setting. I apologize, I cannot give you alcohol at this time. Are you afraid of anything or anyone? Afraid of anybody harming you?
Well, Dr. Slutsky, finna tell you something. Right now, you're scaring me.
Okay, well, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you. Do you have family at all, Mr. Hamilton, that we can contact or that you're in contact with?
Family disowned me forever ago. I just got one man I talk to.
Who is that man?
I read his book too. His name's Jesus.
Okay, so you're a religious man?
Religious? No. Desperate? Some can say. He's got a pretty mouth.
Mr. Hamilton, are you taking any medications currently?
What about that boy in there? I believe he could hide his own Easter eggs.
No.
Nothing at all.
Can't afford it.
Okay. Now, Nicole.
I can't even afford a down payment on a welfare application.
So Nicole and I were discussing before I came in here that you self-medicate with alcohol.
Who doesn't?
How much do you drink in a day, do you think?
Not a lot.
Give me a ballpark number. Can you give me a number of how much you may drink a day?
Sometimes a 12-pack before lunch.
And this is every day?
Whenever they give me money.
Okay. Now, does this help suppress the voices that you were hearing? Or the voice, excuse me, that you were hearing?
Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no.
Yes.
Now, does this voice ever tell you to harm others or harm yourself?
Well, hell, come on, I'll put a knot on your head the Boy Scouts couldn't untie.
Some days it asks me to drink more.
But not to harm others? There's no plan to harm others or harm yourself in any way?
No.
Okay. Mr. Hamilton, I'm going to recommend that we start you on a medication called Haldol. It's going to help get rid of those voices, kind of stabilize you, okay? When you take this medication, you cannot drink alcohol. You will be unable to drink alcohol. Now, can you tell me when you started drinking alcohol?
That boy was in here drunk as Cooter Brown.
I reckon I can't. It all blends together.
Has it been many years?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you can't drink alcohol, do you have any symptoms such as do you feel sick when you aren't able to have a drink?
Sick? No.
Okay.
Ooh, there I go talking shit again. Yeah, maggot.
Dr. Slutsky, I have a question for you now.
Okay.
Is your last name True?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you draw a line in the middle, it makes it Slut and Ski. Which one are you better at?
Mr. Hamilton, based on us speaking, I think I'm going to have to recommend that you be admitted to the psychiatric unit at the hospital for further evaluation so we can get you stabilized and hopefully help suppress some of the symptoms that you've been having.
Boy ain't got the sense God give a billy goat. you got some sense, I'm gonna snatch a nut in your ass.
Did you hear that, Dr. Swetsky?
No. Wait.
You didn't hear that?
What are you hearing?
Well, hell, let me go.
My buddy up there telling me it's happy hour. I'm not going to no inpatient placement before happy hour.
Well, Mr. Hamilton, we do not have alcohol in this setting. So unfortunately, with the medication that we're going to be starting you on, you will not be able to consume alcohol. With that being said, I am going to admit you to the psychiatric unit for further evaluation. That way we can stabilize you, get you some of those symptoms that you've been having, we can suppress those symptoms, and, get you on a better track, a better quality of life, and maybe it will help suppress hearing those voices that you've been hearing.
Quality of life.
Now, I would like your compliance with it if you're voluntarily going in, or we'll have to Baker Act you. So that's the options that we have right now. If you don't voluntarily go, then we'll have to Baker Act you at this point in time.
Well, doctor, I'm not going before happy hour. So, I don't know what that there fancy Baker Act is, but I ain't a baker. This is horseshit.
All right, come on, boy. I'm gonna fold your clothes while you're still in them.
America.
God almighty. It's hotter than two rats hunching in a wool sock out there.
¿Otra vez tú? ¿Qué quieres? Deja de venir a mi casa.
I'm here for Erica.
No, aquí no vive Erika. No. Necesitas que irte o te voy a pegar. Vete, necesitas un doctor. Necesitas medicina. Necesitas medicina. Tú necesitas ver a un doctor. Vete o te voy a pegar. Ahorita.
Weatherman said when we wake up in the morning, it's gonna be raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock.
Yeah, you're right. The election was stolen. Nancy Pelosi, she's a good lady. She has some insider trading.
¡Hey! ¡Necesito que
Joe
estés
Biden,
aquí!
he is my
¡Hey!
president.
¡Necesito que te vayas! ¡Hey!
I love Mexico.
Ya te dije que te vayas, yo no te quiero aquí. ¡Hey! ¡No! ¡Hazme caso! Necesito que te vayas. No quiero que estés aquí. Esta es mi casa. Necesito que te
I
vayas.
swear, it take that boy an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes.
¡Aló! Hazme caso. Necesito que te vayas ahorita. Voy a hablar a la policía. Le voy a hablar a la policía. Vete. No, vete. Yo no te quiero aquí. Le voy a hablar a
If
la
brains was
policía.
leather, that boy couldn't saddle a June bug.
Le voy a hablar a la policía ahorita. Yo necesito que te vayas o le voy a hablar a la policía. Vete. Si no te vas, le voy a hablar a la policía. Vete, no, vete. Yo necesito que te vayas. No. No puedes estar aquí. ¿Tú estás loco? No, necesito que te vayas. No. Vete. Vete de una vez. Yo no te quiero ver aquí. Esta es mi propiedad. Necesito que te vayas ahorita mismo o le voy a hablar a la policía. No, yo no tengo comida. Yo no, necesito que te vayas. ¿Estás loco? Gringo, loco, estás loco. No, vete. Hello. Necesito que te vayas ahorita. Right now. Vete. Go. Now. No, no, no.
This is my home.
No, esa es mi casa, mi casa. No es tu casa. Tú necesitas que ver. Le voy a hablar a la policía. Necesitas que irte ahorita, vete. Tienes que irte de una vez ahorita porque no, yo no te quiero aquí, yo tengo mi familia. Yo necesito que te vayas ahorita.
Forgot it. You're about as useless as an ashtray on a motorcycle.
Vete, yo no te necesito aquí. Llévate todas tus cosas ahorita, llévatelas, no las dejes aquí. Apúrale, vete, no quiero, llévate toda tu basura, mira, tu basura.
He said he was going to whoop who?
Ahorita, vete.
Hell, that boy's soft as elevator music.
Vete. Por favor, vete, ya no te voy a decir. Necesito que te vayas.
Okay, I will go home.
Gringo loco. No entiendo por qué no haces caso. Vete. Y no se te olviden tus cosas.
So I have Jeb Hamilton in our intake room for interview. He was brought in by ambulance, they said, for psychosis. He's hearing voices, he's acting very odd, very disoriented, and just kind of that schizophrenia-ish type behavior. He says that he has been told he has schizophrenia by the white coats. So I don't know if you want to talk to him and see what's going on. He was a heavy drinker, and I asked for a family contact for some background information, and he told me to talk to Jesus. So.
Okay, is he violent? Is he acting violent?
He doesn't seem violent, just kind of standoffish and, very guarded, not willing to give too much information.
Okay.
Kind of circles around the questions and reverts back to the same things, so.
Okay. He came by ambulance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. What was the situation? Why was he brought in exactly?
I guess he was standing on the street corner begging for beer, very disheveled looking, and
Okay.
someone stopped to ask him if he was okay, and he was giving all these random weird answers. They were concerned, so they called the ambulance. And
Okay, no family with him?
I couldn't get anything out of him.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, I'll go speak with him and see, what's the situation, what's going on, and see if we can get him started on some medications and get him stabilized. And okay, thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Nicole. I've been Jeb's nurse today.
Hi, I'm his sister.
So I was just trying to get some background, and by the way, thank you for coming in. I was trying to get some information on how he's been at home the past few months. He gave me a little bit of background information, but very vague, very not,
Well, it's been a little chaotic. His wife, I'm sure kicked him out.
So I tried to call her before I called you and did not get an answer.
Now that's typical. I think they might be getting a divorce.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's had enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So he stays with me on and off. He comes and goes, doesn't really listen. He won't take his meds, and it's causing an issue. I'm at wit's end. I have children at home, so
Okay.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
We just can't get him to take his meds like he's supposed to.
So
He's
has
good
he-
for a little while and then just
Has
stops.
he been diagnosed with schizophrenia before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. He told me, the white coats told him that he had schizophrenia,
Yes.
and
It's been on and off. He does good for a little while and then he just goes off the deep end, and he drinks with his medication.
right, that was another thing.
I've told him several times can't do that, and
Okay, so he's had a dose of Haldol this
That's why
morning.
he's
That's
so
why he's so calm. So we're thinking about starting him on a few different medications. We're still going over that with the doctor and everything. So as soon as we have any information, we will update you.
Okay, yes ma'am.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, what's the long-term plan? Are we gonna have a follow-up? Can you guys put him in a home? Like, what can we do?
So we're still trying to figure that out right now. We may transfer him to our mental health ward for a few weeks until we get him completely stabilized before he goes back home, and then we'll take that up with you, I guess, since you're his primary caregiver at this
Yes,
point.
ma'am.
So we'll get that all figured out with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Hamilton, how are you feeling?
Guess I'm feeling better now.
Okay, are
I'm
you
not
still
sick.
okay? Are you still hearing voices at this time?
Yes. I feel like somebody's watching me.
So at this point in time, we're going to admit you to the mental health unit, okay? So we can get you stabilized. We already got you on Halidol, okay, and some lorazepam to help with your anxiety a little bit. So we spoke with your sister, and she's the one who seems to be kind of coordinating your care for the time being, okay? Now, do you have any questions for me before we admit you?
When you asked me if I had any more hallucinations, I have one more before I get admitted. Did you see the way my sister looked? Helen? I know inbred is not a thing and it's only in Alabama, but damn. Why go across the street and go across the hall? Don't tell her, but I think my sister's hot.
Mr. Hamilton, how are you feeling today?
Much better.
Much
Thank
better?
you.
Okay. Are you hearing any voices at this time?
Not as
Like right now?
often.
Okay, not as often? Okay. Well, you have definitely improved from your visit with us. So at this point, we're going to be discharging him, okay? For further treatment, you will need to come to my office, my private office, okay, like we did previously. Except this time we will be starting to give you monthly injections if that is okay. Because we've had compliance issues in the past, we feel this would be the best path to take as far as your medication management is concerned. Are we in compliance with that? Is that okay? Would you be willing to do that?
On one condition,
Okay.
only if my hot stepsister can bring me.
Okay. Well, she can bring you, or she doesn't have to bring you. It's, that's completely, I'll leave that up to you guys, okay? You guys can figure that out on your own terms. Either way, though, I will need to see you monthly in my office for this injection if that is something that you would like to do.
Oh, he'll be there.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. It's highly recommended that, you come in for the injection. I do also encourage you to join some group therapies. There are plenty of groups out there, especially, maybe an alcoholic support group. Okay, so Alcoholics Anonymous is a good one for you to try. You cannot drink alcohol while you're taking these medications. I cannot stress that enough, okay? If you find yourself, going down that path again, self-medicating, then please, reach out to us as soon as possible. Either one of you, okay, since you're on his, HIPAA and such, Any questions for me before we kick you out?
Did you get all that, Helen? I was
Yes.
mesmerized.
Yes.
All right, Dr. Slusky. Thank you.
You're welcome, okay, and hopefully I don't see you in here again, but I will see you in my office in a couple weeks, okay?
Have a good night.
Okay.